that's a hell of a way to start a video. We are in San Antonio, Texas again. Today is can't multitask. Today, I don't even know what today is. Today is April 13th. All right, April 13th. Just picked up a loaded Amazon trailer, which you can't see at all. Well, maybe you can see all those loaded trailers that way. But to get out of here, got a loaded trailer. To be honest, you know, this Amazon trailer has a little bit of weight. It's not too bad. About to check out, and yeah, making our way to Houston, Texas. All right, let's check out of here. Take this vest off real quick. You know, it's probably about the longest I've been sitting at an Amazon before. I literally sat here for, I don't know, freaking almost 3 hours.
What?
Almost 3 hours to get a funky little load, you know, going to Houston, Texas. And honestly, I don't know how worth it was, but you know, at the same time, also I had to make sure I picked up this load, because I've been sitting around San Antonio for 3 days. 3 days looking for a decent load. Had Uber Freight kind of screwed me over. Yeah, they kind of screwed me over with their loads as usual, because waited 6 hours for Uber Freight just to try to find me an empty trailer, just for them to say, oh, never mind, we'll cancel it at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. Like, come on, man. But yeah, so definitely needed this load. Go to excuse me, go to Houston and hopefully have some better luck with loads out in Houston. I'm guessing from the views on my previous 2 videos, at least the first one did better, probably because it had the name Texas in it, but a little bit of clickbait, I guess. I'm guessing the way I did those videos were a lot better than the way I did my very first boring, low talking videos, you know. Yeah, definitely got better feedback with those. Those guys are going really slow. Yeah, no, they're just going slow. Okay. But yeah, definitely got way better feedback. Of course, you know, learning to speak up a little. Not learning, I know how to speak up, but on camera, you know, you got to make sure you open your mouth a little bit, and you know, say it with your chest, as Kevin Hart used to say. But as usual, don't really have much of a topic, just running my mouth. A lot of truck drivers don't want to admit to what we do out here in the truck. We either singing all kinds of songs, you know, listening to podcasts, or talking to ourselves, or talking on the phone, something, you know. Sometimes, you know, I listen to a couple podcasts, you know, it can't be nothing boring, and, you know, no offense to the NPR guys, but it can't be, you know, no NPR or anything that's gonna put me to sleep on the road. I listen to T-Pain and the other one's like Shits and Gigs or something like that. I don't know, saw it from YouTube. It's like this load is heavy enough to where this little incline, I should probably not be in 3rd gear. So let's bump it back down. I don't know if any other truck drivers do it. I know it's automatic, but you know, even in this automatic, you still roll back. So I don't know if any other truck drivers do it. I use my trailer brake kind of hold me steady before I take off. Beautiful turn, man. That's nice. Well, the sun's out, you know, nice weather, 72 degrees out here. You know, I don't know if anybody's still out there getting snow, but man, there's one thing I do love about Texas. You know, even in December, you know, it's kind of warm, you know, feels pretty good. At least feels decent if you're in the lower side of Texas for sure. You know, if you're in like Dallas or, you know, right there on the border, you know, around I almost said Texarkana, or, you know, up there, you're still gonna get some little bit of winter, but still, it's not as bad as, you know, being up north, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio. When we get winter, we get winter. You know, they don't play around. I don't know if any other truckers do this. I know when I get on the highway, normally I start off kind of slow, or start off at a decent speed, kind of going a little bit under what the rest of the rest of the traffic's doing. Because I hate being that guy, you know, and I hate the guys that do this. When they get on the highway, they get, you know, immediately right up to speed, and there's a truck on, you know, the left side, the guy that got over just to let you on the highway, and then you just match their speed for like 10-15 miles or so. You know, you never know. Maybe that guy was trying to stay in the right lane, or maybe that guy was you know, just got over to let you on, and he's trying to grab the next exit, you know. But normally once, you know, I get on the road, drive about 5-10 miles or so, then I'll slowly pick it up, bring it up to speed, or bring it up to a cruising speed. But yeah, hoping for, you know, good safe travels down in Houston, and yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, shouldn't waste too much fuel. Like I said, the load ain't that bad. It's about 15,000 pounds or so. Yeah, it's not too bad. So, you know, but even then, so of course, you know, it depends on your speed. And actually, see, I remember this construction. I went through this construction actually, I think the last time I did a video, once I ended up getting done with that video, deliver that load, or maybe I didn't do a video, but I remember going through this construction. I actually saw a nail in the trailer tire. Yeah, a nail in the trailer tire. Thank God it wasn't in the truck tire, you know, because nobody wants to deal with that. So, you know, all I did was just let what was it, JB Hunt or Snyder, who I was hauling, just let them know what was going on, and told them, hey, the trailer made it here, but found a big ass nail in the tire. So, you know, you guys might want to get on that before you try to send somebody else with this trailer. But we already know they're gonna send somebody else anyway, you know, as long as the load is getting delivered. And if somebody isn't properly checking, they're gonna end up catching a flat with that trailer. But that's how it is, you know. I will say though, excuse the squeaky seat. I will say though, even just sitting at Amazon, you know, you'd be surprised when you can meet some decent people. That, you know, that's why it's good. Just, you know, be a decent human being. Just talk to people. You know, I was actually there for like 30-40 minutes, and then this cool guy, he came up and he just asked me where the shipping office was, and then we ended up talking to him. I'm saying we, like I got multiple personalities, but I ended up talking to him, and yeah, we ended up talking for almost an hour until we both was like, oh shoot, maybe we should check up to see what's going on with these loads. And ooh, see, I was about to get over, but look at that. But anyway, yeah, so I ended up talking to him. I believe his name was Sala. Yeah, real cool guy, I even found out, you know, he even used to be a veteran just like me. So, but nah, real cool guy. We ended up talking about a lot of crazy things, you know, the trucking industry, life, San Antonio, all say, you know. It's always good when you got somebody to chit chat with, you know, to help pass the time. You know, definitely good. Man, I know one thing though. I'll tell you this. Whenever I get on some good straight road, I'm gonna have to fix my steering wheel. It's not really how I like driving. It's like it's too high up, like I'm driving a school bus. Alright, so I got 29 miles for our first exit, which I kind of want to, I almost want to check it. I feel like I feel like this highway, because I'm on I-10 going east, man. I feel like this highway should take us straight there. You know, look at, I don't know if you guys can see, excuse me, see that sign? Yeah, Houston. So it should take me straight into Houston, but I know I'm on the outskirts, so maybe I just gotta drive, you know, on the side for a little bit. But yeah, like I said, sun's out, everything's good so far. Yeah, everything's good. But, you know, of course, when I do these recordings, I don't know how other people do these vlogs or whatever you'll call it, POV vlogs. I don't write nothing down. I just talk when I feel like talking. If I feel like recording something, or if I try to see something, or if I see something interesting, you know, try to grab it on camera if I can, but ain't really too much happens, you know, knock on wood, you know, not too many things happen or not. You know, I don't know if you guys can see it up under my phone, or you see both these hats, and excuse the bugs on the windows, but see both these hats, you know, you know, they both say veteran, you know. I'm definitely pro veteran, you know. I'm a veteran myself. I was in the Army for I always tell people 9, almost 10 years. I almost made it to 10 years. But, you know, went ahead and decided to get out. You know, things, Army definitely isn't the same as it used to be, you know. So, but yeah, went ahead and got out. Plus, I wanted to spend more time with my family and whatnot. Yeah, man, you know, just, you know, I probably would title this video Veteran Turned Trucker. You know, that's what it was. You know, I legit got out. I was a truck driver in the Army. I was one of the few truck drivers that actually, you know, in the Army, 88 Mike, that actually loved doing the job. You know, I love being behind the wheel. Obviously, I'm still doing it now. I even had a good friend of mine asking me, like, why are you still driving once you got out? You know, I loved it. You know, I went into the Army straight out of high school at 18, and you know, the Army taught me how to be a man, how to be a better person for the most part. Don't get me wrong, you know, us veterans, we got the dark side to us, but you know, at the same time, you know, teaches, you know, how to be respectful, and you know, how to think certain ways, or certain problem, or think through certain problems. You know, I've done a lot of. Oh, that was a big bug. Jesus Christ! Dang, I completely smushed that bug. But anyway, you know, so it was tough. You know, getting out. I'm sure a lot of veterans, you know, we all deal with the same thing, combat or not. Especially depending on how long you've been in. You know, as soon as you get out, you know, you can have all the friends in the world back in your hometown or back wherever you get out, but as soon as you get out, it's almost like you have that emptiness. You know, you get so used to waking up. Oh, this is for active duty, I will say. You know, I don't know about the National Guard or the Reserve, good old weekend warriors, but you know, active duty, you know, every single day you get up, even on the weekends, sometimes you get up, you see the same people, you see your same friends, even your same enemies. But the difference about the enemies in the military, those enemies, you know, people you will call your enemies, they will still have your back in a combat or in a tough situation. I knew people in my units that I could not stand to their core. I just hated their guts or something, you know. But if it came down to it, let's say we're at a bar and somebody tries to pick a fight with them, you're damn right, you know, I'm gonna stand up for them, you know. Like, I'm just gonna talk mess with them after that, you know, call them names or whatnot. But you know, once you get out, it's like, man, you just have it's like an empty hole, you know. So you know, I will say, and I'm sure a lot of veterans would agree, that once you get out, you know, it's like you always feel like something's missing, even if you didn't have the best career, the best, you know, the time in service, you still get out like you're missing something, you know. What made it worse, you know, I made it, you know, I was blessed, you know. I decided I wanted to stay in to the point I could at least become an NCO or non-commissioned officer or a sergeant, essentially. And I made it there. I made it to the point I was a squad leader. I had soldiers under me. I had you know, people that depended on me, you know, people that would come to me if they needed help with you know, military stuff, life stuff, you know, money stuff, whatever. You know, I had people that knew my name. You know, my name meant something. You know, and I just, when I got out, I feel like I let all of that go. You know, I know a lot of people right now, you know, being in are active. You know, if they're active, they have the same mentality everybody does. You know, like when you're close to actually getting that DD 214, getting your good old release papers from the Army, you're happy. You know, you're excited. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I get to live my life. My biggest thing, I love to travel. I love to go different spots. And I was like, oh, no more radius, no more leave papers. If I want to go over 250 miles, I can go. Nobody calling me. You know, I don't have soldiers calling me on the weekend saying they about to get arrested, or, you know, that's a story for another day. But, you know, I don't have nobody calling me. But you know what I freaking missed the most when I got out? People calling me. I missed, you know, being that guy, that go-to guy that, you know, they knew if they called me, one, I would answer. Two, I would do anything to try to help them with their problems, you know, or, you know, try to come up, you know, help them come to a solution on, you know, whatever they had, you know. But yeah, I got out, and I definitely had a hard time, you know. And I would urge any veterans that's getting out, if you feel like you're having a hard time like that, you know, hey, talk to somebody. You know, sometimes that's the best thing. Or, you know, call the people from your previous units. You know, call them. You know, talk to them. You know, just chit chat. Try to keep that line of communication open, so you don't feel like you're all alone. And I promise, I'm not trying to make this a PSA. But I used to hear it all the time, or, you know, I had higher ups telling me, you know, just from, you know, of course they have friends getting out, but telling me that I might experience that feeling. But you know, when I was getting out, I was so fed up with the current unit I was in. I was so ready to go, so ready to get my freedom. And then lo and behold, as soon as I got out, that DD 214, that next morning, I felt like I was missing something. You know, I felt like I was supposed to be doing something. I felt like I was missing a purpose. So yeah, you know, but I definitely, a lot of people talking on the CB today. It's pretty good. But I definitely enjoy a majority of my time. There are some.
Let me see some of that horsepower, man. Let me see some of that horsepower.
There are definitely some hard times, I would say, in the military. Of course, everybody goes through it. Everybody goes through being away from their family, goes through, you know, shitty leadership. You know, you always get that one cocky, you know, first lieutenant butterbar, or first time platoon sergeant, you know, first sergeant, you know, that, or first time NCO sergeant in general, that think they are, you know, the badasses, or think they, you know, they let the power go to their head and whatnot. And, you know, we all go through it, you know, but I enjoyed it. You know, I got a chance to experience Korea. I met, you know, some friends, some people that, you know, to this day, you know, like to this day, you know, I would do anything for, and they got me through some tough times. I spent time in Poland and Germany. Found out I love Poland and Germany. You know, side note, if you ever want to get drunk in Poland, it's cheap. I think I could spend like $20 in Poland, and I'll be, you know, have plenty of beer, have everything to be set, until you switch over to euros in Germany. Then you spend one beer and you got to start, you know, moving your finances around. That's what it feels like, you know. All right, you spend one time, you know, one night trying to go out, and then you can't go out no more within the month. But, you know, I loved it. I loved to travel. I love that part. I love the connections I made over there. Friends, even the friends I made overseas. Over in Korea, I had Korean soldiers, you know, coolest people you ever meet, kindest people you ever meet. Poland, got cool with Polish soldiers, like real cool. And then Germany, actually I didn't meet no German soldiers really. I mean, I've seen them, but I actually met some Australian soldiers. And yeah, I've even done command training in Fort Knox, where it was multiple nationalities, their armies all came together like to train, and just so many people together. You know, just done some amazing stuff. Flying in helicopters. My first 4 years of my career at Fort Campbell, you know, I did ammunition, so I learned all about the ammo. Second half, or the next spot in Korea, I was in a transportation unit. Yet I worked in the office. It's okay. I learned office stuff, learn how to, you know, manage. It's like I learned the insides of the Army, you know, like the paperwork part, what you can and cannot do. My next unit, I was back on the line, and I was actually oh yeah, I was a truck commander. Well, first I was part of a gun truck team. So, you know, all we did was, and when I say all we did, weekends, train in different areas. Even when we went to or NTC, when we went over to Germany and Poland, that whole entire time I was in a gun truck, in the gun truck sections. All we did was shoot, and then they ended up putting me in charge of the whole section. And I ended up leading the whole section. You know, being a little old E5 sergeant, I was a squad leader, and I was in charge of the gun truck section for the whole company. You know, I loved it. Even down to motorcycle, you know, riding motorcycles. You know, the Army has programs for everything. You know, if you ride a motorcycle in the Army, you got to be a part of or you got to go talk to the motorcycle mentor. And I also did that. So, you know, I wore many hats, ended up burning myself out. And by the time, you know, the end of my career came, I was done. I was spent. But you have all those titles. Even if you have one title, just being a regular soldier, once you get out, it's like those titles don't mean nothing anymore. Nothing, you know, you have no, like I said, you feel like you have no purpose. But like I said, I'll urge anybody, hey, if you're thinking about joining, do it. You're gonna go through tough times. You're gonna sit in the basic and question your sanity of why you joined such this, you know, this crazy. I don't know about now. Back then it was a little different. I heard basic is, you know, starting to get soft with stress cards and crying if you get offended or some BS like that. But, you know, still you still getting taken out of your element and thrown into this new world. Doesn't matter your age, your life experience. It's a new world to you. You have to adapt, and you're going to sit there and question everything. Once you get to your unit, it should get a little bit easier, but still, join you know, just try it out. You don't want to go through life saying, you know, like all these people talking about, oh, I would have joined. Unless you have a legit reason why you shouldn't have joined, then, you know, if you really wanted to, do it. You know, I would say that it changed my life. I've done some amazing things a lot of people in my hometown can't say they ever will have the opportunity to do. And it made me into a man. It opened me up. I used to be real shy, but it opened me up to speak my mind, open my mouth, you know, and take care of problems, you know. But yeah, so just thought I'd bring that up. If y'all ever see the hats, or even on the side of the truck, of course I got Army veteran on it. You know, I love the Army, love what it has done to me, and definitely support. This probably goes without saying, support the troops. You know, yeah, I guess that's my little rant. So I guess, you know, when it comes to trucking, you know, I kind of take that same mentality a little bit. You know, it's like, hey, if I gotta go somewhere, if I gotta drop a load, that's a mission. I gotta get there safely. Hey, you know, think about all the problems I may run into, weather, road conditions, construction, tolls, everything. Try to pre-plan, think of all that. You know, of course you slip up sometimes, but try to think of all that kind of stuff. You know, get there. Once I get there, hey, let's get down to business. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Give me the steps. Let me knock that out, accomplish it. I ask. I'm not ashamed. I'll ask as many questions as I need to make sure I understand what I need to do before I leave. You know, or before I walk away. And you know, I'll try to always give my respect. Unless you don't give respect back, and then you lose my respect. You know, but I always try to be respectful. So, you know, the Army definitely shaped me into the person I am now, or the man I am now. Definitely grateful. All right, made it here to the drop. Like I said, it's in which way you going? I'll get back. Made it here to the drop. Like I said, it's in Houston, Texas, or I think it's actually technically Katy, Texas. So, you know, hey, Houston's so big, you know. Katie's its own little city, but it's still kind of considered Houston. So we're looking for 8:45. Shit, oh, I forgot. Hold on. Well, some memory so damn bad. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Confirm. Yeah, 8:45. 8:45, and we're in the fives. Let's see. Oh, I see 8s. Oh, I should have went the other way. I'm really not trying to blindside this mess. There she is. Oh, that's easy. Dang, it's like when I got memory and battery, I don't have a difficult back. I got something easy. Oh, oh, oh. 8:45. You know, they always say when it's an easy back, you don't jack up. You jack up more than a harder back, I swear. Like I might have taken more room than I needed to. Yeah, I took more room than I needed to. Let's reset. I'm not gonna lie, you know, when I first started driving, trying to back up, and you ever have, you know, you have people waiting on you and all that, you get so much anxiety and all that, but after a while you're like, screw it, hey, as long as I get it in. Hopefully you guys can see that, not just looking at the metal crap up there. Since I got all this room, I'm gonna use it. Please get in there and I'll straighten it up. I jacked myself up when I turned around right here. I should have turned around further down. If I would have turned around further down, I would have had more room to get set up. But no excuse. It's an easy back. It's an easy back, and I got the camera on, so of course, you know, it's destiny that I'm gonna F it up. Now, if I didn't have the camera on, and these, you know, I was pulling this putting this trailer between between a tight spot. I guarantee I get this thing in with no problem. Let it be an easy backing situation. And then I'm bound to jack it up. All right, let's straighten her out. Promise it's not my first day driving a truck. Now watch Riding with Dave. He has a good trucking channel. If you like my vids, definitely check his out. Why do I feel like this other trailer is so far back? Okay, there we go. But yeah, he has a good Riding with Dave has a good trucking channel. I watch him a lot. If he did, you know, when he was driving for CF5 for a little bit, he did this bit talking about how he didn't really care if he put the landing gears on the it's a strip on most parking spots. I don't think this one has. Yeah, actually it does have one. It's a concrete strip that most people want you to put the landing gears on. He said he didn't care. And I guess the comments ate him up about that. So ever since I watched that, in my head I'm like, I have to get it on that strip, you know, regardless, just in case. And just in case you're wondering, I got it on the strip. Laugh at my ghetto setup up here. It works. Don't bump the camera. I would tell you, I did not like these landing gears. Most landing gears look like this, so they come all the way up here. They, you know, kind of tuck away, but I just felt like this mess right here. Thing sits so low. I'm afraid of that thing hitting it. Cause I even crossed the railroad track that's pretty high. Or, you know, had a pretty high angle. And the only thing that kind of tested a little bit was the side skirts, barely. Jesus Christ. You can see how to use the handle. Only good thing about it, I don't have to freaking crank it down too much. I don't stop hitting this damn camera. I always wonder why people use the tool right there. Like, stick your hand in. That's a waste of money. Definitely a waste of money. All right. Always got to push my little carpet back. I don't like driving with my feet, so keep a little carpet in here. All right, made it to the destination. Let's go ahead and drop this puppy. So when I drop the trailers, because I'm sure every trucker has it happen, before CA you got to dump your bags and then you got to ease from up under it while you wait for it to dump a little bit. But I've had it happen, you know, when you're on the incline, you freaking let your foot off the brake, or you put in drive, you let your foot off the brake, it rolls back. All you hear is the click, or that click. That's the trailer locking right back into place. So I know with me, what I do, I put my foot on the brake and ease my foot off the brake while giving a little throttle, just so I know it doesn't click back. But anyway, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all checking out this video. If you got this far, like and subscribe. You know, all the crap that other YouTubers always say. Yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Catch you on the next one.